Hello, callers. Welcome back to Viva Barca, and welcome to another interesting episode where we are going to discuss on some interesting updates. We start with Joao Felix as the Barca are reportedly ready to do everything in their power to sign Joao Felix permanently. We are going to discuss on that as we progress. Secondly, talking about Victor Font, of course, the former Barcelona presidential candidate who aims a jibe at the club's finances, saying that this is not going to work. We are going to discuss on more of that. So, guys, as we get right into it, please do ensure to subscribe if you haven't. If you're just coming across the channel for the very first time, you are very much welcome. Consider liking the video and please watch it right up to the very end. Journalist Ferran Correas has mentioned via Sport that Barcelona have already decided that they will do everything in their power to retain Joao Felix beyond his initial loan deal. The outlet mentions that the Atletico Madrid forward has made a strong case for himself this season, and the management will now work on a strategy for the rest of the season so that they can convince Atletico Madrid towards the end of the season. We have the entire season to prepare a proposal that allows us to keep Joao Felix. We are very happy with his performance, and he is a player that is very popular in all areas of the club, a Barca source told Sport. The 23-year-old forward has scored 3 goals already and provided 3 assists this season, making him an unassailable presence in the attack. These impressive numbers perfectly put Deco under the spotlight, as it was he who made his transfer possible, albeit with all the help of Juan Laporta, the president. Consequently, at Barcelona, a resolute commitment has been made to secure Joao Felix's presence in the team for the upcoming season. Now, it must be noted that in order to move to Barcelona, Felix has given up a lot. To begin with, before leaving Atletico in the summer, he renewed his deal until 2029. The 23-year-old also sacrificed a big chunk of his salary by agreeing to lower his salary at Barca to just 400,000 euros per year for this season. This was mostly done as Barcelona just could not afford to offer a bigger contract. However, once the registration was done, Barca considerably increased the economic contract of the player, taking the figure about 4 million euro per year. So, with the recent salary adjustments and Felix's outstanding performances, the club, in collaboration with George Mendes, has commenced the formulation of a strategy to retain the Portuguese talents for the upcoming season. Notably, Diego Simeone is not in favor of retaining the player, making life relatively easy for Barcelona. However, the trouble would be negotiating with Atletico CEO Miguel Angel Gilmarin, who would be keen on recouping most of the 127 million euros they spent on him. Reports suggest that Los Rojiblancos would seek at least 80 million euros, while he is under contract with Atletico until 2029. The complex issues related to financial fair play means that the possibility of extending the loan with an option to purchase is not out of the equation this time around. Of course, a lot has been spoken about Joao Felix in recent reports, as Barcelona are eager to ensure that Felix remains a Barca player for the foreseeable future. Of course, Joao Felix have stunned fans with his outstanding performances, I must say. Of course, he plays like a player who is happy with the environment he finds himself in. Of course, Joao Felix pushed. We quite remember the interview he had on during the summer with Fabrizio Romano, where he vehemently, spoke about his desire to join Barca, and fortunately, it came true for him. Joao Felix have been impressive, really impressive, because he is at the club of his dreams, as he said in that interview that Barca have always been the club that, since as a little boy, he have wished to be playing there. Of course, and we can see a player playing with a free mind. Now the issue would be how Barca would come along, like to in order to sign him, how would they do to get it done? Of course, Joao Felix will not come cheap either. He's valued at least 80 million, according to reports. Atletico bought him 100 and something million from Benfica. Of course, truth be told, Atletico cannot recoup that amount, so they are normally going to make a loss on Joao Felix. But notwithstanding, still 80 million euros that is being valued is still something so huge for this current Barcelona side that have been going through financial hell, financial turmoil in recent years. But Barcelona are confident that they can work out a formula to ensure that it is done. Then on to the final story of discussion. Past and potential future presidential candidate of FC Barcelona, Victor Font, recently made an appearance in the media, and the topic of his appearance was to talk about financial report for the past year, something which Edward Romeo, the economic vice president of the club, unveiled yesterday. As such, Font likened Barca's financial situation to that of a patient who went from the ICU to the ward and is currently on the path to recovery under observation. His analysis was based on the fact that Barcelona are more cheerful because they have been given painkillers, while referring to the use of levers. On the other hand, he recognizes that the issue is fundamentally institutional, emphasizing that Barca's big mistake in recent years has been letting Messi escape. He also said that it is because of Messi that there is such huge loss of numbers. The numbers would be lower if this partnership had continued. During his press conference, which took place a day after Romeo's involvement, Font conducted a thorough retrospective examination of the club's financial report. As a result, he arrived at the determination that the primary shortcoming of the club is not in the ownership model but in the management model. He added that Barca need an essential structural change. He said, "We must put in place means of control, professionalize it, apply a strategic plan to reverse the situation." In his speech, he also said there are no forthcoming strategies in place currently, apart from the Espai Barca project. He said, if we do not change the way we govern, if we are not more professional, this is not going to work. We are not able to generate more than we spend, and in the last 3 years there have been billions of losses, and the wage bill is out of control. So guys, with that, we have come to an end of this episode. Thanks a lot for watching. Until next time, bye bye.